Welcome back to Power Partners. Another exciting episode here with my partner Mike. And today is a really special day because Power Partners are special people. I have to tell you, they're very special people. And this Power Partner flew all the way from Ohio to be with us. Dr. K, introduce yourself.
Well, I am Dr. Kirk Itch. Like Captain Kirk has an itch is how you pronounce it. But my first name is Sheriff. Like I shot the sheriff.
I can't get it out of my mind every time you pop up.
You know, so you want me to go into a little more detail or?
Yeah, tell us. So, they want to know, what are you a doctor of?
I'm a doctor of chiropractic. So I studied chiropractic at National University of Health Sciences in Chicago. That's where I met my wife. That was through 2012 to 2016. And then I embarked in business right away and purchased a retiring doctor's office in Talmadge, Ohio. And my wife and I moved there. We met in chiropractic school. Dr. Amanda, she's also a chiropractor. And she practiced a little bit differently. She practiced more of functional medicine. So we built this place called the Zel Lifestyle Collective now, and it's a space for people to heal from many ailments. We house people like medical doctors, nurse practitioners, nurses, functional medicine physicians, acupuncturists, massage therapists, to really provide a more holistic approach to healing rather than more conventional. But we also bridge the gap between the Western and the more holistic approach. So we change lives. That's what we do.
I love that. You save lives.
And we save lives.
You make them healthy too.
And I noticed one thing about you. You have a lot of hobbies. I think every time we had a meeting, you were in some country or some state. I remember one time it was skiing. So tell us about the skiing. Like how did that happen?
Well, you know what? Skiing is actually what got me into this whole chiropractic realm. I had no clue what chiropractors did whatsoever. My first dream job was I was going to be a race car driver, and then I was going to be a pilot, and then I started going to college to build bridges, and I was like, no, that's not for me. First semester, I changed my mind. I was like, not going to be a civil engineer. So I actually started working at a gym, at a local gym at age 17, 18. That's my senior year of high school, and they loved me so much. And they're like, you're not going to college, son. We're going to hook you up. And I was so excited. They were offering me $50,000 salary. I mean, back then, this was 2008. That was a lot of money for somebody. So, but I ended up going to college. And I started snowboarding. And my friends and I were at this local place it's a small place. And I jumped and I hurt my back. I actually have a clavicle that's broken.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I have 7 pins in a rod there. So the following year, I hurt my back.
Oh, no.
And I didn't know anything. I was 23 years old. I was just about, maybe not the following year of my injury here, but I hurt my back, and I was about maybe 1 semester left of my undergraduate, and I bought myself a new mattress. You know, at 23 years old, I was like, it's nothing. You know, it's just going to go away. But it didn't. It didn't go away. So I was training a wife of...
How did you do it, though?
Snowboarding. I just fell.
Just a regular fall?
Just a regular
or was
fall.
It like you were like...
No, I just fell. You know, you just catch an edge is what we call it, and you just wipe out.
Yeah.
Or, you do silly things as a 23-year-old.
Snowboarding's hard.
It is. It really is. It's hard to grasp in the beginning, but it's easier to, perfect later. And it's opposite for skiing. It's a lot easier to, grasp in the beginning, but it's so much harder to, actually, perfect later on. So, I hurt my back. And I was training a wife of a chiropractor, and she kind of gave me an ultimatum. I was a personal trainer running a personal training style department in a gym. Had a great opportunity at that gym. And then she's like, you got to go see my husband because you're hurting, or I'm not going to be your client anymore. So I was like, all right, let's do it. So I made an appointment, went to him after couple weeks of therapy. I was fresh, brand new. I was like, this is cool. So I actually asked him, can I shadow you and just see what it's all about? And he goes, yeah, sure. And after about few days of shadowing, he's like, you'll be a great chiropractor. Just I was very natural with people, and I've already worked with people as a personal trainer, and
you have it in you because you were a trainer already. Now you just know more.
Yeah, I'm a person that's always looking to learn more and more. I think that's what life is all about in general, just to kind of continue the quest of learning, and that's why we are here. Maybe we're learning. So yeah, I went to chiropractic school that summer, accidentally, kind of like I didn't tell anybody actually. I just applied to one school only, and if I get in, I'll go. I got in, and I told my parents I'm going to Chicago, and they were shocked, like completely shocked. They're in the eyes of my grandma, by the time 23, you're getting out of college for 4 years. You're supposed to be married. You're supposed to have kids. You're supposed to have a really good job. I had I had a good job at least, but I wasn't married. I was living life. So I took the leap of faith and I did it. And I went to school. There's a cool story about like how I accomplished my my little prerequisites. I will tell you guys about it. Just say prerequisites before chiropractic school. It's really funny.
But that's the school you met your wife.
Yeah,
right?
I met Amanda in chiropractic school. Yeah, so, actually, I knew that she was going to be my wife like the first time I saw her.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and it was funny.
Your grandmother, like, if you didn't go to that school, you didn't make that trip, you wouldn't have met her.
So yeah, that's a cute story there. But my wife.
But you also now are a young dad.
Yes.
And you've brought this amazing child with an amazing story.
Mm-hmm.
Would you share that story with us?
Yeah,
a little bit?
Yeah. I mean, hopefully you have some tissues.
Some tissues.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. It's my son Tadic is 5 years old. He was born a miracle child at about 20-something weeks. My wife and I found out that he has something called situs inversus, and then this congenitally corrected transposition of the great arteries. Essentially, simply put, everything is switched in his abdomen, and then his vessels are not following anatomical positions from his heart. So left side pumping chamber is actually pumping to the lungs instead of the whole body, and then right side pumping chamber is actually going to the body instead of the lungs. So I remember this day, my wife and I were in the hospital, and they said, we have to terminate the pregnancy. Mm. And it was just like a small little room with a person that we didn't even know we were going to speak to about. And we looked at each other and we're like, no, heck no. Like, that's not happening. We're turning towards faith and positivity. And that's really been like, I think he is a reason that like, I'm doing and embarking all the things that I am doing.
Are you going for number 2 now?
We have a 2. We have another son.
Oh, so you went for another son.
Yeah, and I'll tell you a story about him because this is a total different story. So Tadic, we brought to Earth, and he was born in the operating room. So just because we didn't know if he was going to take a first breath because of that type of condition, and ever since then we have been watching. His heart is accommodating a little bit, and we do have to embark on an open heart surgery soon. In about it's July 9th coming up. Yeah. And we have to do a little band around his pulmonary arch to squeeze one of his vessels to pump essentially like train the heart a little bit harder on one side. So the later down in life, he may not have any regurgitation of his valves because he's showing some regurgitation. The valves are not shutting down fully. So the theory is if we constrict the septum will actually move. So if we constrict the blood vessel, the septum of the heart will move and then cause the actual flaps to close down really good, so that there's no mixing of the actual blood.
But that must be very stressful on you and your wife Amanda, and like and while you running businesses in the same time. How you managed all that?
Man, it's all about like the people that make kind of take you through life. And my wife is so strong. I honor her for so many things. And that's really like where the growth came. It's like knowing that each day we get with this child is a blessing. It's each day we get to like work and be with our loved ones and our colleagues. It's just a blessing because we just now announced that we're having this surgery, and everybody is kind of shocked that all these 5 years of his life and all the things that we've gone through, business and advanced, people are asking, how the heck did they do it? And my wife and I worked on our marriage and worked on each other and growing together, because the love that we had initially, it's different. We've been together for 10 years. It's different now. But being open, Mike, to answer your question is, surround yourself with the people that are looking into your strengths and focusing on that, and being open to other. Not everything is like a scam out there, and just being open to new experiences and seeking new experiences, seeking new knowledge. And ultimately, it's your intentions. That I strongly believe in this is this concept of.
And it must be a mindset too.
Mindset. It is. It is.
You know, a lot of people won't be able to handle these kind of situations while running a business and expanding.
No, they'll fall apart.
They'll fall apart quickly. But what I've seen about you, like with you, like you have this resilience and, you know, the clarity, and like you tough guy, man. Like you.
And he's a show up guy, because if you think about it, even when he's transferring from one office clinic to another, and we're in Power Partners,
guts.
He's in the car, he's participating, he is there, he is all in, and that's a special person, man. Because I know that a lot of partners for a lot less don't show up, you know.
Yeah, and sometimes there's a price to pay on what you put on your schedule, and you lose. Yeah, but at the same time, I do also believe, like, not neglecting. Like, you can show your kids, like, we bring our kids into our office. Like, kids grew up with, where do Mama and they call me Babo. Where do Mama and Babo go all day long? Like, where do they leave me? They don't know. They don't understand. So I want them to know, like, we are hustling. We are busting butt to show you a great future. This is what it takes. And the resilience and the persistence, man. If you rely on motivation, you're toast, man.
Yeah. Motivation alone?
Alone?
You're
no
screwed.
Way.
Action is
and you need to use the tools. You need to know what the tools are, and I feel that those tools, those gems, those secrets, those skills that other people have acquired, that's what Power Partners is about. It's about tapping into those skills and then sharing it with our community.
That's wonderful.
Because you bring a certain talent and experience that none of us have.
Yeah.
You know? You come from another country, build yourself here, and now you're a successful doctor. When some people that are born here in this country can't even make it to their job at Burger King all the time.
Can't even make a sandwich.
Yeah, I'm just, so that in itself is amazing.
Blows me away. Like, that we could talk about that for 10 hours. Why and how people don't succeed. And you and I, before we started, talk about fear. And a lot of people they stop their dreams from fear of judgment, fear of some sort of, like, something's going to come after them, because people are going to judge you no matter what you do. If you succeed or you don't, you fail, you're going to be judged. And you're going to be judged by your loved ones. And the loved ones are the closest people to you. They don't want you to fail because they don't want to feel the hurt that you feel.
But they don't see your vision.
Yeah, they don't.
They don't.
No, whatsoever.
And actually, because they don't see your vision, in their eyes, they see it's failure, but it's not. It's.
One of the things that I've heard over, all the decades that I've been alive, right, is that your parents, influence you so much, but they don't have the right to tell you what to do in your future, and our families they're always there. That's what you're saying. They don't believe in the vision, and you're absolutely right, because we spend a lot of time, I don't know about you guys, but yes, I do. But we spend a lot of time fighting with our families to let us live out our purpose.
Yeah.
And God, family, stop.
Yeah. Family, sometimes, they help you and shelter you from the storm. Yeah. And sometimes they are the storm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it depends on which day of the season.
That was so wise, Mike.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
that's
a good very wise.
But ultimately, they want the best for us, but they
they're scared.
They're scared.
They're scared. And a lot of times they'll be like, our families will be like, oh, you shouldn't do that. I tried that.
Yeah.
The one,
but that was you. That wasn't me.
Yeah.
The one person that knows what's best for you is you.
Yeah.
And motivation, to go back to that, motivation works. I seen it. But motivation only works when you're surrounded with the right people and when there is action behind it, not just talk.
Yeah.
I seen so many people, they have the drive, the motivation in their head, they see it. But once the action happens, once it's time to pay the price for what you want to achieve, they quit. That's
the first sign of resistance.
Yeah.
First sign of friction. It wasn't in my plan.
Now let's go to another one, and another one, and another one. And what happens is they don't succeed. They go around circle. But the ones that have motivation and have resilience and stick to their vision, and they stick to their plan, and they do what it takes. And in your case, I seen it. You had nonstop. Like, I see your family guy. So I seen you, like, you take care of your kids. You go out, you travel. You take care of your business. You take care of your wife.
He's part of a community of
part
men.
of the community and power partners.
No, and the men.
Yeah.
The
and
men's
part
group.
of the community and the men's group.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of action behind of what you do, and you can see it. Even though sometimes we have our ups and downs, you're touching a lot of people.
You are.
You're touching a lot of lives.
That's the goal, man.
Yeah.
That's actually my superpower. Did you know that?
Touching a lot of.
Tell me more. Tell me more,
about that.
Okay, so I started doing work with this company called Authentica, and the person has kind of somewhat entered my life when you entered my life to somewhat parallel a career or some journey, wherever this takes me. I have no attachment to, but I have a true power of somehow connecting people and then maybe inspiring them through the life that I've lived. So I went to this retreat. It was an executive retreat. There was about 25 people in Shenandoah Valley, Virginia. And a gentleman that was, Craig Lucas, was opening up a segment at the end of the day, at the end of the actual like 2-day thing of finding out each one. This was our homework. And I was like, I'm not doing this homework, like finding out your 5 like values. Great. I found them out. Like I that was easy. But he asked us, what is your superpower? And I just had this like gut feeling. I'm like, man, I don't know what my you know how like you can't talk about yourself and you don't want to like compliment yourself. It's difficult to like give yourself praise. So this whole time, like 2 days went by, and there's a group of like, we're in this like U-shaped like tables. We had breakfast and we're about to depart, and we went around the tables. And just so you know, these are people like high profile individuals. They have succeeded. They have businesses. They're leaders. They're entrepreneurs. They're coaches. You name it. We had amazing sessions. So we got to know each other really well.
How many days?
2 days. Okay. In this like Vine Valley in Virginia. So Craig kept his thing is like no agenda. So he doesn't provide the agenda, just to immerse people in the activity and in the experiences of each other. And we actually, it's like kind of it's really neat. It's curated by the people itself, like the whole, this is where I'm going this weekend for the ECHO conference. And so at the end, I was maybe like 6th to the last, 7th to the last. Everybody was telling their superpowers and all this stuff. And I was like, you know what, Craig, I'm going to throw you a wrench in your own program. I request to be last. And he's like, oh, I'll honor that, Sheriff. No problem. He just went on. And my best friend, Irfan, was there for the first one. He came. I invited him. I was like, you got to be exposed to these people. So here I am, like waiting. I'm still listening. And I was like, you know what? I think I've just figured out my superpower. And I'm about to show everybody what my superpower is. Okay. And you're curious.
Ah, hell yeah.
So... And Craig comes to me at the end. He's like, "Well, since Sheriff, you wanted to, you wanted to go last. Go ahead, give it to me." So I got a little emotional, just because my best friend was there. We just went through a lot of integration, so there was a lot of moving parts. There was a lot of work inside, internal work. So I told everybody, I was like, "I'm going to show you what my superpower is. I want you all to stand up and make a U around this table." So everybody stood up. Did the U, And I was like, I just want you guys to feel like my energy. My superpower is action. I'm going to come around and give you the biggest hug of love and kindness. So I got up and I started hugging every single person. I mean, these are the people that I just met. We
that
spent
memory
2 days.
is making you emotional. I can see it.
And
that was a good moment.
It was an amazing moment. Like, it just felt right. So here's the thing that I don't ever do ever again in my life. I never go against my intuition. Never again will I ever do that. If I do, it's a big freaking lesson in life. So that's what I encourage everyone to do. And I preach that very, very seriously. There's something inside your intuition, motherly intuition. It's always right. Do you agree? It's always right.
I agree. Just not everybody around me agrees.
It's always right, especially with your kids. If you feel it, yeah. So I started hugging everybody, and the energy just changes. Like, I'm the last one. We're about to depart. I'm giving people hugs, and they're whispering in the ear. I don't even want to share what people have whispered in my ear. Like, nudges of like, dude, that's freaking awesome. You're changing my life. That was so courageous. This is so authentic. Many others, they're just kind of like, wow, why are these people telling me this? Because I just showed them my superpower. And what happened after, no instructions, is after I started giving everybody a hug, that last person I just hugged to, they started coming around and giving everybody a hug. And it ended up being this like 20 minutes of hugging and like
pass it on.
Somebody like actually crying and joy.
That's
and
so beautiful. I'm gonna use that. I'll give you credit. First time, second time,
do
third
the
time,
hug
it's
train.
mine.
We call it, I guess, the hug train now.
Hug train.
But it's action when you. There's nothing else. My wife and I, we butted heads on that in the beginning of our like relationship. The moment I put something in play, the moment I wanted to act on something, she found the negative, what's not going to work, why is this so hard? And it took a lot of work between us to get, because that bogged me down. That
yes.
I don't.
Yeah, but she made your foundation secure because she played devil's advocate for everything.
Yes, and now like there's so many like complete opposites are their attraction.
Yes.
Because when you mesh those two beautiful things together, of each one's strength, you'll get this molding of relationship that just blossoms. And
you're a go-getter. She analyzes more. There's something called what is it? Analysis paralysis.
Yes.
Analysis by paralysis.
Yes.
Oh, that's there's a lot of minds. There are beautiful, brilliant minds out there. They have SHIT. They got nothing. They haven't accomplished anything in their life. They haven't written a book. They haven't done anything, and they're brilliant. But they haven't done any action steps. They haven't trialed and erred anything. Just the other day, how is this not going to work? Prove it to me, is the question my wife and I were having. Prove it to me that it's going to work or not going to work. How do you know?
You can't. It's not possible.
We had this conversation last week.
How do you know? Who tells you? Who's the rule? Who's the rule maker?
I agree.
Like,
who makes the rules? Who makes the rules?
Give me the proof pudding here. Yes. Like, give me the proof it's going to work or not. Let's freaking try it.
Just learn how to like try it. Like it worked. It didn't work.
Exactly. That's it. Move on next.
Yeah. I mean, the rules. To be honest, rules are there for silly things. I mean, they're there to be bent, but laws are there for a reason. Don't break the laws. But
read some of those laws, and then you'll be surprised.
But it's interesting. Like, the motivation part. If you rely solely on motivation, you're toast. You need action steps, micro little actions, the persistence over time. And that's my life. Like, that's my story. That's my sentences. Those are my letters and ingrained in everything.
That's been my new thing lately. Micro movement.